Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us for some more Impact Wrestling. It's an interesting time. We're obviously working our way towards the next pay-per-view, which is Rebellion. I do have a card written out and I'm aiming to get to that, but obviously you don't know what can happen in the space of a month. We could have some wrestlers poached, we could end up getting some people in that become available. I'm trying not to loan too many from elsewhere. I feel what we've got just now is just a happy medium. It's not as if I've been pushing a lot of them religiously, because obviously Reynolds and Silver have been jobbing, and the same with the likes of Evil and Stu Grayson. Obviously the ones that are actually going to be here for a long time, Chad Betts, Thunder Rosa, should get successful pushes. But remember, of course, we're doing all these bookings and taping in one night, so we do need to rotate it a little bit, so a lot more of the wrestlers that maybe didn't feature last week will feature today. So we'll crack on. This is the next taping, the second of the 4. Let's do this. So we start the show in the ring are FTR, the winners of the Impact Tag Team World Cup. We've got the team they defeated in the final, the Impact Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, and they've been joined in the ring by the authority figure, the GM, the Commissioner, whatever you want to call him, of Impact, Kurt Angle. So what I've planned here with this kind of segment is basically Harwood and we are saying, well, we've beat them before, we've proved we're the best tag team in tag team competition. We want those tag team titles. The Good Brothers are like, cool, we'll face you. And Kurt Angle says, I want to spice this up a little bit and give the fans a really good opportunity to see some good matches. So what Kurt Angle has proposed is a best of 3 series with the winners picking the stipulation for the match at Rebellion. Sounds fair. But of course you get that 4-match penalty in TW, so how are we going to work around it? Well, Kurt Angle says the score is 1-0 to FTR following their victory in the World Cup, so they just need to win one of the 2 matches that will be coming up tonight. 2 matches tonight, you wonder? Well, that is because we are going to see Doc Gallows take on Cash Wheeler, and we are going to see Carl Anderson take on Dax Harwood in our main event. So basically FTR just need to win one of those 2 matches. Both matches will take place regardless if it's a final sweep. Brilliant. And yeah, basically all the pressure in the world is on Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson to produce it in singles action. So Gallows is a wee bit anxious because obviously he's not the greatest solo wrestler. Machine guns like, I just need to bring back the New Japan Carl Anderson and I'll be fine. So looking forward to those 2 matches in your main event. It was a 53 rating. Kurt Angle was fantastic. The segment deserved better announcing. So pressure is on for the main event to deliver. Our opening contest was a good matchup as Chad Betts continued his winning run, 2-0 in Impact Wrestling. He defeated Stu Grayson in 8:29 with grand amplitude. A 56-61 for Betts, 48 for Stu Grayson. Just continues his winning momentum. After the matchup, Chris Bay comes out with a 46 promo and he just says, mighty impressive, but this is another person that's coming in and taking the spotlight off of me. Ain't gonna happen on my watch. Chad Betts, just you watch, your card is marked. Then had some knockouts action. It was a poor matchup. Rosemary picking up the win over Tasha Steelz in a 5:34 with an Olympic slam. A 43 here. A 47 for Rosemary and a 22 for Tasha Steelz. What you'll notice is there'll be quite a few knockouts matches over the course of the tapings that maybe don't relate to any storylines. We can't just focus on the one, we can't just focus on whoever the champions face and whoever Dion will face every time. We need to build people up and get contenders ready in every forum. So there'll be matches that maybe won't have a storyline relevance, but will at least make the wrestler look like, oh, well, they could maybe get a title shot pretty soon. Then a hype package for Suicide, just to get them over with the audience. That was an 18. So we've done well, we've moved them from 2 overness to 18. So it's going to be a long process, but one that hopefully can continue to grow while the company grows. James Storm cuts a promo in the back and he says he is absolutely pissed off at what Madman Fulton and Ace Austin did to him. And he is willing to do anything it takes, and he means anything, to get his hands on that cocky little prick Ace Austin. Just don't say that if you're Brad Maddox, you get sacked. 43. Next up, with EC3 defeat Petey Williams in a decent matchup in 8-19 with the Sweet Meat Sizzler, a 47-40 for Petey Williams and a 50 for EC3. A bit of a change in what we're going to do with EC3, because I had a brainbuster that I'm hoping really pays off here. And he just says, while he was looking to maybe distract himself from the Impact World Championship, he's obsessed with it, he can't get it out of his mind. He wants to get that championship, and he is calling out Rich Swann. He wants another opportunity for that championship belt. Next up, we had a subpar wrestling match with Little Heat as the champion Deonna Purrazzo gained momentum by defeating Alicia Edwards in 7:49 with a Fujiwara armbar, and it seems in that case she has broken the arm, the forearm anyway, of Alicia Edwards. So just a 29 here, the injury will have certainly dampened that, and that could see Alicia out of competition for a little bit. No botch it seems. Promo from Tenille. She just says it's a shame that all the action is going on at Deonna, but she wants to show the spotlight should be on Tenille Dashwood. It should be all about her because she is going to re-emerge this year. It's just one of those things. We can have maybe I don't know if you see her on Instagram or anything, but she's always posing and all these, I don't know how you would call it, holiday locations. It is kind of places like that. And maybe just a wee kind of video package here that showcases that lifestyle and introduces the viewer a little more to Tenille Dashwood of who she is as a person. So that's basically what the angle would have been about. Then had Rich Swann in action, and he loses a good matchup as Pentagon Jr., fresh off a big loss recently, has got a big win over the champ in 14:25 with a top rope styles clash. So 55 for the matchup, which is good. Swann with a 56, Pentagon with a 51, and yeah, a little bit of questions being asked of Rich Swann in that matchup. We'll explain probably at the end of the show why we're doing that action, because after it we're backstage and we've got Matt Cardona, and he basically says, I see that everyone's kind of calling out Rich Swann, he's had a wee bit of a shaky time there losing to Pentagon Jr., and I'm just going to throw my broski cap in for a title shot as well. I think I could become champion. I'm always ready, I'm always prepared, and I think I could become the Impact World Champion. So basically the plan is I want to do some sort of multi-man match. That's basically where we're going with all this. But how many and who's all in it? That's what we've got a couple of weeks to build. Then a Big Kaz cut a promo on Eric Young, and he says Enzo's still in the hospital dealing with those injuries sustained because of being put through a table from Eric Young. And he says he is challenging Eric Young to a matchup at Rebellion to get some revenge for his fallen partner. So that's a 48. We'll hear from Eric Young on that in the upcoming weeks. We move on to our co-main event about the head great heat and good wrestling as Doc Gallows defeats Cash Wheeler in 12:23 with an inverted full Nelson bomb. Only got a 49 despite the 50 performance from Gallows and the 59 from Wheeler. Because we had to protect Cash Wheeler. That's fair enough because he had the more overness. That explains it. Because I booked the show the night before recording, and that would be why your match rating is a little bit less. So I thought maybe it'd been about 52, 53. But it evens it up, it's 1-1. It just means that the winner of this main event will decide the stipulation for Rebellion. The main event delivers, perfect, we should be fine because the fair enough the highest chrome was a 53, but the matchup was perfect. I know these two would do well together. A superb matchup. Dax Harwood defeats Carl Anderson in 17:31 by pinfall with a handful of the tights. So a 54 for Machine Gun, a 62 for Dax Harwood, a 60 overall. That means that the advantage goes to FTR, and at the end of the show Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler confirm that they will stipulation they're going to make for the matchup for the tag team championships at Rebellion is a 30-minute tag team Iron Man match. If I can make this match happen in TW, I should be able to create it if it's not in the database anyway. So obviously they're trained to go as long as they can and chain wrestle. Machine Gun's like, that's cool, I'm fine. But Doc Gallows is worried, he's like 30 minutes, man, I don't know if I can last 30 minutes at that level. So all the pressure on the champions, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. As you can see over the course of the show, we're starting to put everything together for Rebellion. And the show itself finishes with a 53, increases our pop into 34 regions, and of course we'll continue to get this until we're a better financial spot, and then we can actually justify spending the money, because I feel like if we added to the production values for music in the other one, it's just going to put us in debt, and I'd rather just build up a bit of money first. Until it affects us and we lose pop on a show, I'll continue to just to get away with it, and I feel we've got the wrestlers now that can carry us a wee bit. So that's it for this week. I've got to jump in and do another taping, so hopefully you'll join us for that in our next episode. I'm looking forward to Rebellion a few episodes down the line. So cheers for watching, good day and good night, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.